virtualization is something which, it occurs even otherwise. When you write a check or when you, let's say, use a credit card for various expenses that you pay, actually something is virtual. You don't really exchange money. Yesterday we were speaking about, doing more with less. And this is where the virtualization comes into play. Now, when talking about virtualization, I have been at it, I think, for a long time now. I think it was in 2003 that I started virtualization in terms of the servers and all that, and then moved on. This is the third organization that I'm working with where I put in virtualization. Virtualization comes in various forms. It could be in terms of storage, servers, desktops, and so on. But I'll primarily speak about virtualization of servers because that is what I have been generally been able to do, though I have dabbled with the others and not really done any work on this. Now, virtualization, when we speak about in terms of servers, there are various kinds of definitions. It essentially means that you create a pool of all the servers that you have so they are able to use it optimally. Now, why did the need for virtualization came? As I explained my example, that in most organizations, as the business develops, I think most of the organizations are growing today, and as the needs for doing more with IT and newer application systems also come up, so the demand goes up, and therefore you otherwise would end up adding a lot of physical servers, the tower or the rack servers again, to run these additional applications. Therefore, you'll have entirely a crowded setup in your server room. And subsequently, what also happens is that when you use each of these servers, the utilization is only partial. Some which will be utilized to the extent of 30%, some 50%, some 80%. And if you add up all this unutilized portion, you will see the kind of waste that goes into the entire system. And then if you have too many servers, then you have to manage all those servers, which becomes a mammoth task to do. And of course, in the data center, when you're adding more and more physical servers, the data center space will be insufficient. So these are some of the reasons why the need for virtualization came up. As I said, virtualization could be considered in various spheres. There is server virtualization, where actually takes the various physical servers, you can put it together into a virtual pool, which you can certainly use. And storage virtualization is another area. When you have multiple storage boxes, how can you convert them to a single pool which can be utilized together? So you do not have to worry where is the data is lying. It could be in any server, physical servers, but it will come to you as an abstracted form. And then your application virtualization also, where the applications become independent of the platform that you run. You also have desktop virtualization, which is gaining ground these days, in which your profile is created. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to say, this is my PC. You can sit on any kind of a desktop, and the interface that you got is something which has already been defined and stored centrally. And where a data, application, and everything else, even the applications get stored centrally. Even at this current organization, when I said I want to go in for virtualization and wanted to buy a virtualization software, so immediately they asked me, what is the ROI? So I couldn't give an ROI. So what I did was to state very clearly that if I do not go for virtualization, what will be the additional investment that I have to make? And therefore, by doing so, I'm saving so much in terms of additional investment. So it helps you reduce CapEx by quite a bit. And we had another challenge. So as we had to add in more servers, our data center space was getting limited absolutely. So we couldn't do that really. So by getting into virtualization, I could put a lot of application to a single box. Therefore, I could make use of this space which is already available. And as I mentioned, that if you have individual servers and partially used, there's a great waste. So by virtualization, you're able to save on this. And we had another challenge, though Green Data Center was not something which is defined by the management, but we took it upon ourselves to do. So we remodeled our data center altogether by some targeted cooling, rather than usually we cool the entire environment and the machine gets cooled in the process. But the other way around, when you cool the machines and the environment gets cooled as a secondary measure. So targeted cooling reduces the power consumption and we went to specific racks, placed all these blade servers that we had, and we did virtualization. So we were able to optimize, and the power consumption came down by substantially. By almost 50% we were able to save on power. And of course, you can manage all these servers together through a single console, which is extremely useful. And one of the great advantages is, you allocate certain part of the, since you have a pool, you allocate a certain server resource to an application. And when there are, let's say, month ends and you require more resources for a particular application, you can very easily adjust. Reduce it, let us say, for business intelligence, which may not be of use at the month end. You reduce resources from them and increase in some of the areas like ERP. So provisioning could be done on demand. So from the pool, you can very easily allocate. There's various things that we do, often patch management, you want to do upgrade. As you have a complete pool where the resources can be allocated, all task becomes easier. When you want to do a disaster recovery planning, this also becomes much easier. You can create a cluster. And something like we use VMware, we have something called vMotion. You can move the application from one physical source to another on the fly without affecting any of your services. Now then, you can plan and do all this, but you got to implement also. There are quite a few issues. You have to procure licenses as well, of various software, including virtualization. And you have to do capacity planning, which is very, very important. How do you divide the entire pool into various applications that you have? And it is not easy. You have to select the right kind of a partner to implement, because it doesn't really happen that you install a software and it works. You have to configure. And then, the servers again have to interface with a lot of other systems, including storage, backup devices, and also on. All these have to be managed. You will have SAN switches also, and so on and so forth. And then you have to install some tools, because you have to manage the whole set of servers. There are tools which are there. Now the management becomes another issue that you have to deal with, and whether the health check, whether in terms of the performance of the entire system, and of course the allocation and reallocation of resources, which I mentioned. And then, of course, after the implementation, you have to retain a partner to help you on an ongoing basis for troubleshooting and further optimization measures. You require, there are two kinds of, you can either do on a RISC servers, and you can subdivide all of them, or you can have blade servers also, and you can virtualize. The other aspect, as I mentioned, is you can, suppose you have a quad-core processor. Each processor could be assigned to one task, or you can even subdivide the processor, which is called micro-partitioning. Okay, I'll just go beyond and share with you, this is what we had, one physical server, and then therefore we had blade servers, so all of them placed together. And what we achieved was in terms of, we had as many as about requirement 80 servers for various applications. We are able to do with 36 after virtualization. So this is the kind of savings that we were able to obtain, and we are able to put all these servers in the same data center without increasing space and with lesser power consumption requirements. So this is one of the photographs that I can show it to you, and this all is for our data center, and nothing much more.